Hey, how you guys doing? So we recently got the season 3 trailer for Love Live Superstar, so I want to go over it. I'm going to be using some English subs. These were done by Team Onabe. I'll give you a link if you want to watch the full thing. Credits to them for subbing it, but without further ado, let's go and jump into the trailer. So the trailer just starts with a little recap of Season 1, Season 2. Leo started with 5 members in Season 1, then it became 9 members in Season 2, and they won Love Live, and then they said kind of we want you to make your dreams come true so you can study abroad. And what happens, well, if you remember at the very end of the anime, their study abroad was cancelled, and that's what Wien told her. But you also saw that she was wearing the Yuiga Oka school outfit. So what exactly does that mean? Well, of course we didn't get answers, so that's what this season's supposed to answer. So then they went and showed that it's going to become 11. And as we know, this is going to be when Liella is going to have third years now. Every season was a year of school. So it first started with Season 1, where the original 5 members were first years. Then Season 2, they became second years. And now we're going to have third years for Season 3. And the first years from last season will be second years. And then we'll get 2 new girls. That will be Wien and Tomari, as they will be the new first years. So of course we can expect to see them. They're third years now, and now they're going to be graduating eventually, and we get to see some plot points. One of them is this one right here. So we get to see a poster saying a new school idol club. So of course we get to see Wien's on there, and she's wearing her butterfly wing outfit, I believe, and it says everyone is welcome regardless of age or experience. So of course this should be a counterpart to Liella and their school idol club. So we have a rival in pretty much the full sense here, where they're actually going to be in the same school. So we haven't really had that before, unless you look in All Stars, where we had, of course, Nanju. Nanju created a rival club that was supposed to be the counterpart to Nichigaku, except that was a little bit more infamous for the fact that she basically wanted money to win, and her club was supposed to be professional, and she also wanted to shut down these club because she was abusing her relations to the chairwoman, which was her mother. That was, of course, more intriguing in some ways and more hated in some other ways. So in that aspect, they're trying to take that element of it and seeing how can they handle a rival school idol club at the same time with the main club and seeing them compete. Now, I don't see this being as hostile, but we can definitely see that Wien is definitely trying to make her own club and competition. And my guess is because she was still pretty mad that she lost to Liella after Season 2, and she wasn't willing to accept defeat. And I still think she probably thinks I can do it better. If I have to be school idol, I want to be better than her. And since I'm in the school, I'm going to steal all her members potentially, or at least attract new members, and I'm going to do it better than Liella does. And as we see more of this, she even says, I'll take them down. So it definitely looks like she is going to have at least some level of competition. I don't know how hostile it's going to be. Probably not all-stars hostile, but I definitely can see, hey, I'm going to try to take you guys down. So we even see Tomari here for the first time. So, wow, she actually exists. And we get to see her anime, which is also really cool. But big question is, would Tomari join Wien potentially as part of this new Squall Club? I can see potentially that could be an interesting mix. And then Natsume's like, why the heck is my own sister not joining my own club? So, I don't know, food for thought at least. And we also get a Mei Shiki scene, because of course, why wouldn't there be a Mei Shiki scene? So I'm sure some of you guys are definitely happy for that. And we get to see Chisato, which is circling on the whiteboard, new Liella, which I found a little interesting. They didn't do new Liella when we had Kinako and Mei and Shiki when they joined become 9. So why are they showing new Liella this time? Expansions already happened, unless they're trying to redefine their image. Why is this a thing, and what do you mean by new? Because just adding 2 members shouldn't radically shift them to the point where you feel like you have to say new. So I'm curious to see what that actually means. And then there was that last scene. So we got to see Wien singing a little bit. That doesn't look like that's going to be a song or anything. That she was in her Yuga outfit. And then there's nothing crazy in the background, so just singing whatever. But the phrase "I'm not returning to Liella." What? Okay, so I don't know if it's tinfoil cap time, but when she's saying she's not returning to Liella, first and foremost, we had the fact that she wanted to study abroad, and they had the big conflict, and then she said, "Yeah, I'm gonna go study abroad," which means, of course, she would have to leave Liella. But then it got canceled, so then she's like, "All right, I would stay with Liella, right?" But we also saw that scene where they circled the new Liella. Kano leaving would be a big factor for the group, and I'm supposing that would potentially lead to the fact that they're saying we are a new Liella because we don't have Kano, and Kano not leaving. In fact, she's saying she's not returning to Liella. So what the heck is going on? I know there are a lot of people who've been vocal talking about Kano had too much of a big focal point in season 2. So is this a way to combat that? Is she stepping back from the spotlight? Who's going to be the new leader then? And of course they are already third years, so they're not going to be fourth years because those don't exist. So this is the year where they're going to be graduating. But what is the heck is that supposed to mean that I'm not returning Liella? Is this kind of like that bait, like in season 2, where it's like, oh, she's gonna go start around and disappear? Just JK, she's not. We wouldn't do something like that. So I don't know. I don't know if you should have a big reaction to that. The fact that saying I'm not returning Liella, that could be grabbed out of context, and maybe that's what they're trying to do. And it's like, oh yeah, we're just kidding. She's not actually not returning to Liella. It's just like just taking out context and just saying that just to get us like, what? So we'll definitely have to see what that exactly means. It could just be bait, or maybe she actually isn't joining Liella. I would find it really hard to imagine. We're going to see from the get-go when they have the openings, closing theme songs and ending songs. She's probably singing in them. Let's not kid ourselves. But if she isn't, then we have something to talk about. But I would imagine, at a minimum, she would probably be singing for a little bit. But the question is, if she's saying I'm not returning Liella, is that going to be a late season thing? But then aren't they just graduating too? So does that matter that much? When is this happening? And what does he actually mean by that? So there's a lot to think about here. But I don't know. Well, there's definitely some questions to be answered, and I'm definitely really excited to see more of Wien. And we actually get to see Tomari, because I haven't just decided to see images of her, and we got to hear some of her singing, which is definitely good. Well, it would be nice to see her fully integrated as well. But anyways, the season 3 is going to be dropping on October 6th. That is about 2 months from now, almost exactly, depending where you are. So definitely look forward to that. So Liella Saturdays will be a thing. So we'll definitely have a lot to look forward to. We'll get a bunch of new songs, new girls, see how the story unravels. And it seems like they're taking a little bit more of a risk with this, where they're having rival clubs, which I do think that could bring some more interesting tension. Because we had Wien, but she was kind of rival from the distance. And she had 2 songs with really nice songs, well animated, but the fact that maybe she's more up in front could play more into that element of them having competition. Sunny Passion was there. They had a song, kind of, that wasn't really shown in the anime. It was kind of more like a friendly competition, if anything. And that isn't exactly going to bring a lot of tension to the story. It's kind of like, oh yeah, we're really good, but we're like besties. But I don't know. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. What are your predictions? What are your theories? What do you want to see? What do you not want to see? What are your thoughts about that phrase, I'm not returning to Liella? I'm curious to see what you guys think about that. And I'm also curious about currently, what is your opinion about Wien? And then I will be also curious to see how that changes over the 3rd season. Anyways, let me know all about this in the comments. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I hope to catch you guys in another video soon.